Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're putting on a new temperature gauge and possibly a new oil pressure gauge. And we already started. We already got the temp gauge unbolted from the cluster. And I'm going to show you what problems we're running into. Okay, so our problem is they put this piece of metal, they welded it to the battery box. So it's in our way of the heat sensor. So we're going to need to cut that off to get to our heat sensor. Okay, so I'm going to need to get my 9/16 socket to get this ground bolt off. Okay. Alrighty. So now we gotta take this bolt off. And it's probably not this size on your tractors, but for us it's a 17mm, because these people probably, I don't know what they did, but they did something. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we just got done getting that heat thing loosened up. So the problem that we were having is there's not much, that nut doesn't have much on it, so we couldn't get an open end wrench on it, it would just roll off. So we cut the wire that goes to the temperature gauge, and we put a ratchet on it, and we were able to get loose. And before that, we had to take these two spark plugs out so we could get our ratchet in there. Okay, so we just got done putting in the new temp gauge. Now we're going to begin ready to put on the new oil pressure gauge. We just got done getting the oil pressure gauge out. So what you need to do is you unbolt these, but then you gotta unbolt this bigger bolt to get this bracket off. And now we're gonna move on to taking off the oil pressure hose down here. Okay, so now you're gonna need your 3/8 inch open end wrench to get that little nut off right there to get your oil sender hose off. Okay, so we just got done getting this oil pressure tubing up to the oil gauge, and we've already put the amp gauge on, but we don't have the stuff to hook it up. So that's just for looks right now. Okay, so now we're going to put a new tachometer on there. So we got to take this hose off and put a new one on. Okay, so now you need your 1-inch wrench to take this off. Wow, now that was really easy. I already had it loose, I guess. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. There. Okay, so this wire that we have is a little bit different than the original. So it doesn't use a nut, it just uses this thing that you twist on. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so we just got done getting this wire up to the tachometer. Now we got a whole gauge cluster. I'm very excited. In the next video, we'll be putting the hood on. Thanks for watching, and make sure y'all like and subscribe.